right, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Today I will introduce another approach to common size cash flow statement. As discussed earlier, there is the inflow-outflow approach, and then now we are looking at the revenue approach. Inflow-outflow approach, just to recap, is we are stating every single inflow item as percentage of total inflows and every single outflow item as percentage of total outflows. If we have the indirect method for CFO, we ignore all those items. We start with CFO right away. This is our first inflow item, and the second item would be this one. So what you would do is you would combine them, state them here, CFO cash received 900, 1,500, and then what you would do, this is 2,400, then you would divide 900 divided by 2,400 to get the percentage, and 1,500 to get the percentage, and this one here is 100%. And then what you would do for all the other outflow items, you would basically do the same. You ignore the indirect, the CFO items under the indirect method, and then you would combine this item, this item, this item, list them here under outflows, same fashion. Again, each line item divided by the total, 100%, and then you get the percentage. What we are do in the revenue approach is different. We are not stating each line item as percentage of inflow outflow. We are expressing every single line item as percentage of net revenue. Sometimes there's a bit of confusion, and I think even the CFA Institute, from my perspective, doesn't do a good job here. So what it usually says in the net revenue approach, and you see many times we talk about net revenue equals cash received from customers. So what we are doing in this example is we are stating every single item as percentage of cash received from customers. And again, many times we call it net revenue approach. However, just to be very correct, we use net revenue in the context of cash flow statement here, and we equate net revenue as cash received from customer to make it a bit easier, because this is our main item for revenue generation. However, net revenue is from the income statement and reflects revenue earned on an accrual basis, where cash received from customers reflects actual cash collection. So we can use it, but we just need to be a bit conscious it is not the same, and that there's a difference. But here we use cash received from customers, and again, net revenue is usually the net income, the total income generated from the sale of goods or service during a period after deducting any returns, discounts, or allowances. Yeah, so here I noticed, I think CFA Institute just assumes it's the same. It is in real world, it's not the same, but here for simplification purposes, we call it net revenue or cash received from customers. Cash received from customers we can obtain from our direct method from the cash, or we can do adjustments, which I have explained in another video. So what we do, very simple, we don't really care about inflow, outflow. We just express every single line item as percentage of this, even the subtotals. And we do the same for all the other items, always dividing by 8,000 in this example. And then what we see if we do it, we don't need to go through every single item. Here you would have 10%, 5%, minus 1%, minus 1%, minus 4%. Again, there are some rounding error issues. 3%, 11%, and then we do the same. 19%, minus 31%, minus 13%, and so on and so forth. So everything is expressed as net revenue / cash received from customers. Good. If you have a cash flow statement in the direct method, where here you see different items, you would do exactly the same. Yeah, so it's quite easy. You don't need to change anything. Thank you so much for listening. Talk to you later. Bye.